All right, continuing with the equations and graphs, and I think it's inequalities. Yeah, equations and inequalities. We're on page 4. This one says the graph models the value over a 10-year period. Okay, that doesn't really matter. We got 10 years here. These numbers represent thousands of dollars, so that's 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, and so on. Which equation best represents the relationship between X, the age of the machine? Okay, it doesn't really matter. That doesn't matter. Which one of these matches that? Okay, first off, one thing you want to look at is where does it start? Or, again, where does it touch your y-axis? And your y-axis is the one that goes top to bottom. It's at 8. Now, does 8 represent 8? No, it represents 8,000. I know that 8,000 has to be my plain number because that's my starting point. Okay, if I'm looking at what an equation looks like, it's going to be my rate, which is this number here, and then it's going to be plus or minus a starting point, which is also called my y-intercept, which is also, in this case, 8,000. So this has to be 8,000. So let's look. That's not it, and that's not it. For sure. Now, the second thing you need to look at is what kind of rate are we looking at? This is a negative rate. This is a positive rate. I know, and you should know, that if it starts high and ends low, this is negative. Okay, if it started here and went up like that, that would be positive. So B has to be the correct answer. Now that was quick, so let's look at page 5. Which graph represents this? Okay, so kind of like what we just did. This number right here tells me where it has to touch my y-intercept or my y-axis. Okay, so looking closely at which ones touch. That's at 0, 0, so that can't be right. This does touch at 2, so that's okay. This one is at 0, 0, so that's not right. And this one, man, I'm not sure. That's not real visible. Let's double check the next thing. Oh, okay. This one says I'm moving up about 1.5 and over 1. Because remember, this is your rate. This indicates also rise over run. Okay, let's look at the rise over run here. So if I look closely, oh man. Let me see. Ugh, these are not very clear. Ooh. Okay, I guess I'll use these 2 points. So this is up 1, 2, 3, up 3. So my rise is 3 and over 2. 3 over 2 is close to that. Darn. Let's see. 3 divided by 2. That goes in once. Subtract. 1.5. Oh my. That might be it. Let's look at the other one. I think the quality of the graph is affecting my judgment. Actually, no, it's not affecting my judgment because look, as I looked closer again, this is where the number 2 hits, and that is not on my line. Okay, good. Oh, that makes it easy. Letter G, because again, let me zoom in and let me show you. If I'm really looking at where that line touches, it's definitely not touching at 2 because it would be there. And it's too far over.